Hey, my people, how na day? Tunji again from Ceasar Graphics, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to achieve this movie poster that I've tagged Blue Smoke. And for this tutorial, I'm going to teach you now how to achieve smoke effect. All right, because we're going to be converting human to smoke. And also, you are going to learn how to import brush into Photoshop and how to use the camera raw filter to add depth to your project and color grade your project. Okay, and if you need all the exercise file for this tutorial, simply make use of the link in the description section of this video. So sit back, relax, and make you enjoy this tutorial. So let's create a new document. I'm going to click on file and I'm going to select new, and I'm going to call this Blue Smoke. Okay, so my width is going to be 720, height is going to be 900, and my resolution is going to be 100. Now, like I always say, this is going to be on Instagram. All right, so I'm not planning to print this, and my color mode is going to be on RGB here. Background is going to be on white, and I will leave every other settings the way they are, and I'm going to select the create button. So the next thing we're going to do now is to import our brushes. So if you check the link in the description section of this video, you'll see the link to where you can get the brush. So I'm going to select the brush tool first, and I'm going to come right here, and I'm going to select the gear icon here and select import brushes. So this is the brush here, and I'm going to click and select the load button. Because I already have it as part of my brush preset here, I'm not going to click on the load button. So I'm going to hit the cancel button, and if I scroll down, you should see the brush right here. All right, so if you can't find your brush settings tab here, simply go to Windows and select brush settings here. All right, so the shortcut is F5. Okay, so let's go back to the tutorial. So I'm going to select my move tool, and I'm going to drag the image of my subject in like so, and I'm going to scale this big like so, and this should be somewhere here. So then I'm going to drag my background image in, so I'm going to drag that and drop here and position that somewhere around here, and I'm going to hit the enter key. So then this needs to be behind this like so, and I'm going to hide this for now, and I'll change the color of my foreground here to black and hit the OK button. Then I'm going to create a new layer and call this black. All right, then I'm going to select the OK button, and I'll hold on Alt and hit the backspace to apply the color of my foreground to my black layer. So then I'm going to make a copy of this, because it's always good to have backup when doing photo manipulation. All right, so I'm going to call this BCK off. All right, and I'm going to hide this layer. Then I'll right click on this and select rasterize. So the next thing I'm going to do next is to activate the black and white adjustment on the layer and click on the clip icon to apply it to just only the layer. And for my yellow here, I'm just going to dial that up because I really want to have more highlight on the face of my character here. So for the red, I'm going to dial that down. All right, because dialing it down is going to increase or boost the shadow on the face of our character. But when doing this, you need to be careful not to lose the details on the lips. Okay, so I'm going to push this up again to right about here, and this should be here like so. All right, then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shift select the two layers and hit Control E to merge the layers. And next is I'm going to hit Control I on the layer so as to invert the layer. So I'll do that now. And now our subject is looking like a negative picture. So we need to take off the hair because this part of the body is looking scary. So I'm going to add a layer mask to this, and I'm going to select brush tool here and go to my brush settings and select the soft round brush here. Increase my brush size. So I'm going to quickly take this out. So turn this off. Just take this out from here like so. All right, so what I'm going to do next is to activate the transfer option here and click on the transfer setting and make sure that my control is set to pen pressure. So, but if you don't have a graphics tablet, you can turn your flow down to 8 and you're still going to achieve the same move. All right, so the idea is to be able to control the strength of your brush. All right, so I'm going to zoom out now and I'm going to increase my brush size and just fade this part of the body of my subject like so. Just gonna do the same thing here. All right, so this is good. So what I'm going to do now is to go to my brush tip here and turn off transfer. All right, now don't forget to turn your flow back to 100. All right, make sure this is back, change this back to 100. All right, so I'm going to go down to my brush tip here and select the one of the smoke brush. All right, let's see the one that looks okay for me now. So I'm going to select this, all right, and I'll create a new layer and call this smoke. And I'm going to scale this down, all right. I'm going to scale this down. And guys, we are going to be playing with the angle of the brush. So I'm going to rotate it this way and I'm going to rotate it a bit more. And I'm going to click and make sure that your foreground here is set to white. Don't forget, make it white. And I'm going to just click once like so, and I'll activate the free transform, right click and select warp. Then I'm going to zoom in, all right, and I'll move this way. I'll move this down this way and move this way. Just push this out like so. Just push this up like so, and I'm going to hit the enter key on this, and I'm going to select the eraser tool, increase my brush size, and just gently take this side out from the layer. All right, so I'm gonna put that here like so. Just gonna take this side out again. All right, so I'm gonna go back to my brush tip again and select again, and this time I'm just going to scale this down like so and rotate the angle to the side, and I'm gonna make this bigger. See if I just fix this angle, and I'm gonna just create a new layer again. Don't forget, you need to create a new layer. All right, so I'm gonna call this smoke 2, and I'm going to just pick. Oops, sorry, I should be on my brush tool, not eraser tool. Okay, so I'm going to just scale this down and rotate this way, and I'm going to increase my brush size. This should face this angle. All right, then I'm going to just click once. So then again, I'm going to activate the free transform. Right click again and go to warp, and this time I'm just gonna push this way and push this down. Just fine tune it. It should go this way. So I'm gonna hit the enter key. So for this layer again, I'm gonna select the razor tool and select the soft round brush here and just gently take this out from here like so. Take this out from here. So all right. So for this side here, I'm just gonna take this out like so. Take this out. So all right, so then I'll go back to my brush tip again and I'm going to select another brush. Let's see what this looks like. All right, then I'm going to scale this down like so. I'm going to scale down here and I'm going to rotate this way, scale down the brush, and okay, then I'm going to just click once again and activate the free transform. Right click warp and just click this. Right, it should be here. So let's put this here. So remove this here. So put the enter key. I can even make this smaller a bit and just rotate it this way and just make it smaller. Let's click once. So yeah, this is good. Okay, I'll rotate it again. Let's make it face another angle because that side of the hair is too light. Alright, this is good. And I'm going to change the angle. Hold the smoke again. Okay, and I'm gonna just click like so and activate the free transform. Right click and select warp again, and this should go this way. This will go down like this. This will go here, here. Let's push this down. Okay, and I'm gonna select the enter key and select the eraser tool. Select the soft brush and then I'm gonna select the soft brush and just gently take this out from here. All right, so you need to be on the brush too. Okay, I'm gonna select the brush again and I'm gonna select same brush. Let's push this down. Take this way. All right. So then I'm going to let's see. I'm going to select the brush tool again, and this time I'm going to scale this down and increase my brush size, and then change the angle. Create a new layer. Call this smoke 6. Right. And I'm just going to click once here. Select the eraser tool, and I'm just gonna take this out. So, alright, then if I zoom out, this is what we have. So then I'm gonna create a new layer again. Okay, and I'm gonna call this smoke 7. So I'm gonna pick this and I'm gonna rotate it this way, scale this down. Okay, so I'll activate the free transform, right click and select warp again, and this time I'm just gonna click this and just click here, and I'm gonna put this way, this way. It should go up a bit. This way, yeah. So this is good, and I'm gonna select the enter key like so. Because if you look at the face of my subject here, we have this noise on it, so we have to take out those noise. So to do that, I'm gonna select the layer of my subject here. I'm just gonna call the layer lady. All right, then I'm going to go to filter. I'll go to filter. I'll go to camera raw filter here. Okay, so then I'm gonna go under basics. Yeah, under basics, excuse me, and I'm going to dial down the texture. All right, so if I push the texture back, you see the face of my subject will now start getting smooth. All right, then what the next thing I'm gonna do again is to just reduce the clarity a bit. All right, I'm gonna reduce the clarity a bit, and then I'll go straight to details here, and I'm gonna increase the noise reduction like so. Now you see we have this plastic effect on the face of our subject. All right, then I'm going to select the OK button, and you see now we have this smooth skin effect on our subjects. Then I'm going to, still on the layer of my character here, or the lady layer, I'm going to activate levels adjustments. All right, and I'm going to click on the clip icon because I only want this to affect the layer of my subject. All right, then I'm going to reduce the highlights like so, and I'm going to move this in like so, because when the highlight is too much, it's going to affect the look of what we are trying to achieve here. So I'm going to move this here like so, and I think this is okay for now. All right, this is beautiful. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to hide this layer and activate my background layer like so. So I'm going to call this BG. All right, then so we need to position this here. Is to make a copy of this, and I'm going to rasterize this, and I'll activate the free transform. Right click and select warp, and right here I'm going to click on the split option here, and I'm just going to click right here, and I'll go again, and I'm going to just select this and click right here. Then I'll zoom in, and I'm going to click on this and just change the angle of my fire. Move this here like so, and just move this here and select the enter key like so. All right, so then I'm going to move everything here down a bit. So I'm going to move this here like so, and just, we can even scale this a bit more. All right, we can scale it a bit more and just move this up a bit like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the background copy layer and select the marquee to here, and just drag this here because we need to fill our background. All right, so I'm going to click this like so, and I'm going to go to edit and select content aware scale, and I'm going to move this here like so, and hit the enter key and just draw another marquee shape here. I'm going to hide this layer so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, then I'm going to edit again and select content aware scale, and just drag this up like so, and hit the enter key and hit Ctrl B to deselect, to take away the marquee. So then I'm going to make every other layer, I'm going to make the layers visible now, and we have this, and this should be on screen. Okay, then I'm going to drag the picture of my couple here, and I'm going to put it on a new tab here, because I was deceived by the person that uploaded this on the internet that this is a PNG file. But I was shocked, but after saving it, I realized that I have all this checkboard effect behind it. All right, so then I'm going to select the magic wand to here, and I'm going to click to select my subject here, and Control C, which is for Windows users, and Command C for Mac users. So then I'll go back to my project and hit Control V. Now I should be above the background layer and hit Control V. So I'm going to move this here because I don't want the umbrella with the hand. So I'm just going to gently take this out like so. So I don't want the umbrella as part of my project like so. All right, then I'm going to hit the delete key, and I'm going to hit Control D for PC users and Command D for Mac users. And I'm going to right click and say convert to smart object, and I'll activate the free transform and just scale this down. I'm going to scale down a bit more, and this should be in here. I'm going to apply layer mask to the layer, and I'm going to select the brush to here and go to my brush tip and select the soft round brush, and then make sure transfer is checked, and I'm just going to take this out from here like so. Right, I'm going to create a new layer and call this orange glow. Okay, select enter key and then switch to my orange here. So if you need the color code, this is it right here. All right, so I'm going to select the OK button, and I'm going to select my brush tool. Now make sure transfer is turned up and make sure your flow is back to 100, and I'm going to increase my brush size like so. That up, and I'm going to click. Let's just make it a bit bigger, and I'm just going to click once and change this to soft lights. All right. So now the reason why we did that is so as to have this glow effect around our subject here. Then I'm going to zoom in. I want to change the color of my subject here. So what I'm going to do is to double click on the layer of the couple here, and I'm going to go to the color overlay here and change this to orange, but it should be dark orange like so. All right, and I'm going to select the OK button and hit the OK button here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to take this to camera raw. All right, so to do that, I'm going to select my very first layer here and hit Ctrl Shift Alt and E. All right, then I'll right click and say convert this to a smart object. Okay, then I'll go to filter, then select camera raw filter. All right, so I'm going to start with my basic here. So under my temperature, because like I said at the beginning of this tutorial, that the title of the movie is blue smoke, so we need to change this to blue. So I'm going to move from this side down to this side to have the blue color on the smoke like so. So I'm going to then go to texture here and just dial this down because I still want to have this smooth plastic effect on the project. All right, because smoke does not have noise. Okay, so I'm going to move this back like so, and for my contrast I'm just going to increase that a bit. All right, under my highlight here, because I still want to have more highlight on my smoke here, so I'm just going to increase that a bit, not too much. All right, just gently. All right, then under my shadow here I'm just going to dial that down like so. All right, so I'm going to leave white. I'm not going to touch that. And vibrance, yeah, I need to increase my vibrance so as to just increase the color on my project here. Then I'm gonna go straight to my color mixer here, and under my hue here I'm going to add blue to the project like so. All right, and I'm gonna move this to the side just like so. This here like so. Then I'll go under saturation and I'm going to increase this like so. Now you see we're beginning to have that blue on our smoke here. All right, and under the orange here I'm just going to increase that so as to boost the color of the glow here. And under red here I'm just going to apply red, just little red like so, and I'm going to close this. And under effect here I'm just going to increase the grain so as to add the movie poster grain to the project, and reduce my vignette here so as to create more emphasis, like more attention on my effect here. Okay, so then let's see, under the detail, all right, I'm going to increase that a bit. Okay, like so. Okay, so then I'll go straight to under calibration. Then I'm going to increase the saturation of the blue like so. All right, and then this is good. All right, so I'm done, and I'm going to select the OK button. And so the next thing we're going to do is to fine tune this side of the face, because the white on this side of the nose is too much. So I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to create a new layer and call this fix. All right, and I'm going to select the OK button. Then I'm going to select my brush tool here and turn on transfer. And anytime you hear me say turn on transfer, so just know that your flow should be on 8. All right, so then I'm going to reduce my brush size. Oops, that was a mistake. Okay, so then I'm going to sample a color from here with holding on Alt, and I'm going to just apply that here like so. This here, so pick a color from here again and just close that space. Then do the same thing here, right? So then for the mouth, I'm gonna reduce that and increase my smooth because I really want to have smooth movement of my brush. And I'm going to turn on shape dynamic. So for those of you that don't have a graphics tablet, you can change your your control here to fade, and make sure that you increase your minimum diameter to let's say 80, and then you're still going to achieve the same move. Okay, so I'm going to increase my brush size a bit. Okay, then I'm going to apply that here, just so. Let's undo it here, something here. All right, then I'm going to pick a color from here and just do the same thing again, right here, here. So, and reduce the smooth. So like I said, the title is Blue Smoke, so I'm going to click here. Okay, and so the font I'm using here is Gotham, so I'm going to change this to bold, close to each other like so, and I'm going to move this here, and I'll make this bigger like so, and this should be here. Okay, so then I'm going to just use the shade of blue here and select the OK button. I'm going to drag that and drop here like so, and hit the enter key, right click, and rasterize this, and hit Ctrl I to invert the layer. And I'm going to right click, I'm going to select the blend mode now and go to screen, and then I'm going to convert this to a smart object again and activate the fill transform on the layer, and just move this up here like so. Just make it smaller like so, hit the enter key. I can still see the background here, so to fix that, I'm going to activate levels on the layer and click on the clip icon here. All right, so because I only want that to apply to just only the cast layer, so I'm going to move this. Oops, I'm doing this on the wrong layer. Okay, so I need to be on the cast layer, and I'm going to click on the clip icon, and I'm going to move this in and move this out like so. Move this in. All right, now you see that we're beginning to lose the background, and our text is now visible. All right, so I'm going to move this to this side because this need to align with the title, and I'm going to move this here. All right, and so the subtitle should be, and this should be here like so, and we're done. Oh boy, I'm happy you made it to the end of this tutorial. Man, if you are able to achieve any project with the help of this tutorial, simply post it on your Instagram page and remember to tag me, Biko. My Instagram handle is at Ceasar Graphix. Okay, if you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button, and also remember to click the post notification bell so you get notified when I post my tutorials. Share, like, and comment on this video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Peace.